So I have been doing my research on this upcoming new moon and the last full moon. So we're looking at a super moon and a blue moon coming up. And while I was doing that research, Pluto retrograde just bammed right in my lap. And let's talk a little bit about that. So my name is Adrienne. I am a practicing professional astrologer, a Reiki Shihan, an empowerment coach and doula. Um, and I like to take the fear out of the cosmos. I like to take the fear out of it, quiet it down so you're allowed to see how it could potentially help you um, become empowered, make changes in your life that need to be made, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Whew. Pluto in retrograde. Okay, first, let me just say this is going to be with us till October of this year, October 15th of 2026. And there was so much information coming to me, and it's like I don't even know where to start. Okay, so basically, retrogrades are a time to review and reflect and release. Pluto in retrograde happens once a year, but they're a time of deep transformation, deep regeneration, because it's Pluto's the planet of transformation, regeneration, um, subconscious. It's called the Great Awakener. No, sorry, it's called the Great Renewer. And there, it focuses on death and rebirth, and that we tend to always look at Pluto like death, 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 and forget that there's a portion of it that's about birth as well. It's regenerating for the better of. Okay, so we've got this retrograde that we've been sitting in for a couple of days now. We're going to be here, like I said, till October. So as Pluto goes into retrograde, there's some interesting key players that are at the party while this retrograde is beginning. And first, one of them is Leo on the ascendant. Okay, Leo is how you shine. So we've got Pluto transformation in retrograde, reviewing, reflecting, how you are being seen, how you are seen, how you see others, how you are shining. Okay, right? And then the wingman that come in during this transit, it just makes it a beautiful conversation. So here we are, the sun, how you shine, sun in Leo, how you shine. And then we've got Pluto in Aquarius talking about transformation, reviewing and reassessing how we view ourselves, how we view. So then one of the wingmen, Pluto is making a sextile aspect connection with Neptune and Aries. And Neptune and Aries just so happens to be in conjunction with Saturn in Aries. So we've got the energies. This is all the stuff that we're adding into this lovely pot here. So we've got lessons learned coming from Saturn, and we're actively putting them in a light, these lessons learned, or they're going to be beneficial and sustainable. They're going to add to our sustainability and add to our legacy. Okay, these lessons that we've learned. And then we've got Neptune coming in the pot to help dissolve these old sayings that are holding us back from the lessons that we've learned, or even holding us back from seeing the lessons that we have learned in the way that they're an inspiration instead of a hindrance. Okay, so this is okay. I know I always say this is a wonderful energy to be in. It can be a challenging, absolutely. If you're not ready for that transformation, which is happening, then there's going to be some dis-ease as you go through this. There's always a little bit a little bit of fear when it comes to transformation. It's like, what's it going to look like on the other side? Um, if if I'm being this diligent and I'm doing all this work, is it really going to work? Is it going to be sustainable? Is it going to be something that is going to be to my benefit? And we have the cosmos that are giving us the extra little seasoning so that yes, it is going to be sustainable. It is going to be something that's, very fertile for you. Okay. I think that's a great type of energy to have. But the discomfort comes from the fact that, we're really looking deep at some things that we might have believed, past tense and believed, y'all. Some things that we might have believed about ourselves, whether they were told to us by ourselves, some misunderstandings, mistruths, you're still holding on to them. It's no longer in your alignment. This is your one. The theme is alignment. So if holding on to those, is it going to take you out of your current alignment? Deep questions that you're asking yourself. We've got Pluto involved with this, saying, we're transforming this. We're going to regenerate it to this. What information are we going to regenerate? I'm in retrograde now. Let's give it some thought. What information are we going to regenerate and take forward into this next cycle, this next evolution? Okay. And then having the wingman of lessons learned on there, having the disillusion into the mix as well, having the how you shine into the mix. The transformation is more powerful because this is what was blowing my mind, is that the professor planets, the ones that set the syllabus for our path, are all like talking to each other right now. They're at like a conference, continuing education, whatever. They're at a conference. What information, what this, what that is going to be in this next cycle of learning. And I call it the professor meetup. Okay, the professors are Uranus, which is in Gemini, which is an air sign. Uranus is about sudden change in mindset, sudden change in speech, sudden change in perspective. And then you've got Neptune in Aries, which is the fire sign, actively dissolving some stuff, because fire, action, act in Aries, impulsivity. Let's just get rid of it now. We don't need it. It's not going to work. Boom. But then you also have that Neptunian like inspiration of let's have some active inspiration. Let's bring something that has inspired us, something that has enlightened us forward in this type of energy, in this next evolution of conversation. And then you have Pluto, which is an air sign, and Aquarius. It's going to be unique. It's going to be to our truth because we dug deep to find it. And it's regenerative. It's going to be better. So that's amazing. So it's about regenerating, taking back the information or taking the information that you've learned from lessons and rewiring it. I've seen that mentioned a lot on the internet with Uranus and Gemini, rewiring the mindset, rewiring the communication, rewiring the just perspective for an upgrade. Okay. And I'm sure there's some kind of analogy, but I can't think of one right now. But it's a period of intellectual transformation. And whatever you want to put under the word intellectual, make sure before you do that, it's deep, profound, intellectual. Okay. Transformation. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This conference with the professor planets is going to be going on into 2033. Okay, this is a massive conference, and it's one of those conferences where they're sitting in council, okay, watching what's happening and changing the syllabus according to what you in this realm are doing. So what you're transforming, what you're not transforming. And, you know, it gives you these opportunities to ask yourself, like, what no longer serves you? What do you have to release? But it also, that first question is, are you in alignment? And what does your alignment look like? I think that's definitely a very good first question. So the professor conversation, Pluto is transforming what no longer serves and regenerating it, transforming and regenerating it. And then Neptune is dissolving what no longer serves and giving inspiration and enlightenment towards visions of possibilities. And then Uranus is giving us that potential to upgrade quickly for more adaptability for this change. So, yeah, shaky, possibly. Not here to woo woo scare you, but take this time to look at things that are no longer serving, look at things that are no longer in alignment to what it is I say I am, where I'm going, how I conduct myself, how I communicate, how I perceive. Because, you know, the theme of Pluto and Aquarius is going to be with us for a very long time. It's generational. These are generational planets. They take a long time. Their types of energies are going to be with us for a long time. And Pluto and Aquarius can reveal and transform deeply held beliefs, societal conditions, and the shadow self. Like, what? The shadow self? So, those are those deep hidden things that might be a little bit too vulnerable for you to bring out and discuss with others, but it's asking you to take a look at them for yourself. View them, reassess. Are they part of you? Are they part of your alignment? Is it part of what you currently say that you are and will be and are building? Something else somebody else told you? So I decided I'm just going to do a support reading for this. So I'm just going to pull one card because I feel like the challenge is going to be there for whoever, whatever spot that you're in. I decided to just do a support reading for this. One card. This is about profound transformation, intense regrowth and regeneration. Something on your regenerating can be a little bit painful sometimes. Think about a surgery, finger, cut finger. You know, when it's healing itself, it's regenerating, it's tender, it's vulnerable. Okay. But I don't want you to forget that Pluto is considered the great renewer. So it is about regeneration, renewal. Well, I guess we're going to go with those cards that just fell out of the deck because they fell out of the deck, and there's two of them. And then when it's in retrograde, there is also another layer of deepness because it's more introspective. It's really going back and really looking at which things really do serve us. Like it's like the final exam, and you get a chance to go back to the book for the answers. I love retrograde. Look back, renew. So renew, 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 review, and renew. Okay, so we're going to look at these two cards that fell out of the deck. And so we've got balance and self-love. So, goodness, I just, the numerology alone is speaking to me because as you become more balanced, more in alignment, you're going to give yourself more self-love because you're giving yourself that grace to be in alignment, to let some things go that might have been weighing you down that you no longer need or serve you in the capacity that they did before. Okay, so eh, there's the equal white and black here. I love that. I love the wisdom and the youth here. So it can be seen as a renewal as well. Um, and what it's, there's a connectiveness as well to this. And the yin and the yang, it's a very, like, there's a total connectivity. So I'm getting that, we're supposed to be, well, at this point in time, we're being asked to look at our shadow self. Okay. This can be our shadow self here on that darker side. That could be our shadow self as well over here. But what this card is saying is that, there's an alignment of all of it. It's all together. There's a balance of um the differences, the polarities. So when we were thinking about polarities, you've got this, and this is about being in the middle and having a little bit of both. It's about that balance. And then the other card that came out for support was self-love. So this is about accepting where you are right now and owning it, having some compassion towards yourself, and allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable, knowing that that new skin that is healing that cut on the finger, or as your arm is broken, whatever's doing its work in there as the bones start to mend and do their thing, there's going to be some tenderness. We can use the word tenderness along with vulnerability, but the end result is something better. Yeah, I like that. um I don't know, I'm just being told to pull bottom of the deck just to kind of seal this. And this is, I love that this is an Aries card. It's also a 4. This is the architect. This is the great architect. The emperor is the great architect, okay? And own your space with confidence. If we can look at his 3 cards, the challenge is going to be to find that balance. The challenge is going to be to, it could even be on the way that you're looking at your dark self, your hidden whatever. It can be that way as well. And how can you allow that to be something that existed within, but was needed for protection, but was needed for whatever, and realize and own and acknowledge it for what it has done for you, and now bring it into the compost for more nutrient growth. And then our support card is owning your own space. And then the gift is that of self-love, like self-love. Oh, interestingly enough, if we just look at numerology, we've got 4 and 4, which is 8, plus 2 equals 10, which is about 1, which is alignment. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this reading. I did it a little bit differently. Hell, oops, I'm so sorry. Heck, we're in Pluto and retrograde, y'all. Settle in. We're going to be here till October. Get out your journals, start writing stuff down. I do have a journal prompt that I attached to this video. Please. Hey, like, subscribe, share. For those of you that are my subscribers that have liked and shared, thank you so much. It's so appreciative. There's so much background work that goes on. And then sometimes in your head, you're like, why do I do this? Why do I do this? But the way that I do it is I look at how these transits are affecting my chart, and I feel the discomfort. I feel the want to push back sometimes. And I'm like, what reading would I like to have for myself during this transit to help support me, help empower me? So That's why I do it. That's why I put it out there. Please visit me in Sage Connections if you ever need any assistance. Going through a transit, I am an empowerment doula as well, and I like to empower us through the cosmos. Be empowered.